These little things are incredibly dangerous.
Wow.
I saw it in the water and I thought, my initial reaction was to just pick it up.
In 2021, Kaylin Phillips had no idea this creature she and her friends were passing around on a Bali beach is one of the deadliest on the planet.
Let's eat it.
No, don't say that.
I posted the picture on my Instagram story and I got a couple comments like, hey, do you know that this is the blue ring octopus? Right over my head. No idea.
A blue-ringed octopus has enough poison to kill over 20 people.
You just held this creature that not just could have killed all 3 of you, but apparently if there were 26 of us, we all would have been gone.
She got away with murder, so to speak, right? She's very lucky that nothing happened to her. These tiny little golf ball sized octopus pack a heck of a punch. In fact, some studies say that it's 1,000 times more potent than cyanide, their venom. If you're bitten, there's no immediate sign until you basically drop dead. They have a neurotoxic venom that will paralyze you, and essentially what it does is it shuts down your lungs from breathing.
Caitlin learned her lesson.
Just don't pick up everything you see.
Wow.
In 2018, the most venomous spider on Earth, among other things, was stolen from an exhibit. 7,000 living insects and spiders were reported missing from the Philadelphia Insectarium and Butterfly Pavilion, including this deadly sand spider.
If it was to bite someone, yes, it could rot 25% of their body. We found tanks that were just empty, and it was really scary because some of these are very dangerous creatures.
In 2018, police in Colombia recovered over 200 poisonous frogs from an airport bathroom that were going to be smuggled out of the country. 216 frogs were stowed in small black film containers and tucked into luggage. Rescuers used gloves to handle the potentially toxic creatures. Some of the frogs were very rare, like the critically endangered Lehman's poison frog. The Lehman's poison frog, native to Colombia's Pacific coast, can fetch as much as $2,000 in illegal wildlife markets. Colombian authorities believe the frogs were headed to Germany. Collectors of the contraband amphibians prize them for their rarity and their poison. Illegal collecting has contributed to the frogs' decreased numbers. In 2016, pregnant women in Miami were living in fear about the Zika virus, which is spread by the tiny mosquito.
I haven't been outside in 3 weeks.
Lauren Allen barricaded herself in her home because Zika can cause birth defects.
So we have 2 bug zappers inside the home, one in our common area, one in our bedroom. We sleep with a mosquito net at night because I was bit a few weeks ago in the night by a mosquito. We have a misting system on the outside of our house that sprays an organic pesticide 3 times a day.
Amanda and Alex Paradis were expecting their first child and had the same problem.
We're supposed to be enjoying this time, picking out things for the nursery, and we can barely leave the house without concern.
Most people may find it ridiculous, but for us, now that we're pregnant, it's a game changer.
This just feels like this is what I can do right now to continue to keep him safe.
In 2021, an Asian giant hornet's nest was found and eradicated in Washington state. The hornets were not happy to see them.
I will say this nest was a little more aggressive than the nest we encountered in 2020.
The first nest of this invasive species, nicknamed the murder hornet, was found in October of 2020. But officials with the WSDA say the second nest was 3 times bigger and these bugs are ready to defend their home.
Upon starting our vacuuming, unfortunately, because the tree was so rotted away, the hornets were able to exploit this and create a second opening and did come out. A few of us who were working very tight in the area were approached by the hornets, and they did actually attempt to sting us this time. Fortunately,
no one was injured, but the hornets were trapped and their nest removed.
Do you want to give him a kiss?
In 2018, Chrissy Teigen and John Legend were on vacation in Bali with their kids when they came across this scary-looking flying insect.
What is this, Luna? A bug?
It's a bug. Chrissy shared the video with her Twitter followers. Turns out the bug was a tarantula hawk wasp. It has one of the most painful stings known to Mother Nature. One sting can instantly paralyze your arm.
This is the most nervous I've ever been to take a sting or bite from anything.
Here, animal adventurer Coyote Peterson wanted to experience the pain of a tarantula hawk wasp sting.
second that you feel that stinger inserting into your arm, the venom immediately takes hold and you know that you have been stung, almost like a taser or a lightning bolt shooting into your arm, and immediately it sends you into a state of paralysis. It is pretty intense.
Once Chrissy realized what she was dealing with, she expressed relief.
We're alive! We're alive!
In March of 2024, thousands of little creatures called blue dragons were spotted in Texas. They kind of look like Pokemon characters. Anne Mercogliano explains.
But don't let those adorable creatures fool you. Experts say if you touch the tiny slug, it can inflict intense pain and suffering. The warning comes just as throngs of spring breakers are heading to the beaches.
It is the most painful thing you can imagine. It feels like just like knives just kind of sticking into you sort of thing.
They sting humans when they get scared.
If people are on the beach during spring break these next couple of weeks and they happen to see one of these washing up, do not touch it. Take photos, admire it from a distance, but do not touch.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.